Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are back. We are back with the live streams over here. Just want to make sure everyone's popping in slowly over here. We have the full crowd coming in. Let's see. All right. We have the whole gang coming in here today. Nice hairdo. Thank you. Yeah. All right. It's like 6 days back, man. It feels like forever. But yeah, I was being very cautious about looking for buys at this point, right? Because I mean, we have this big rejection right here in 30-minute time frame. If you look on the 30-minute time frame, big rejection here. So we're not sure whether this candle is going to reject it or it's going to continue moving bullish. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But just by looking at pound yen, the only thing I can see is that if we stay above, 145, there's a very high probability we could continue on towards, 145, 200, and eventually 145, 300. How are y'all beauties? All beauties are doing good today, really good today. We're just going to be very cautious about this area here because this is a very, very strong area at this point. We look over here, we broke above. 1 hour candle also broke above. This 1 hour candle has broken above the high of the previous 1 hour candle. So it looks like there could be a continuation with the next 30 minutes to continue moving bullish. That's something I'm going to be looking for. So as the trend is really bullish, right? It's extremely bullish over here. This candle is about to close in about 30 seconds. What I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking for the next candle to kind of like retrace and then break this high to continue moving up. But I'll be very cautious about this rejection here at 145.060 as well. Because if you measure this range is like what, 6 pips away, 7 pips, so need a little bit more confirmations here for price to continue up. So this is a very delicate situation over here. All right, awesome. So new candle has started right over here. Just going to make sure people who are supposed to join in, they have joined in over here. Thoughts on funding talent? Don't know if I want to take funding talent or FTMO. I think first thing you need to focus on if you're really consistent enough to go with a funded account or not. But if you're not consistent enough, then I don't think it's going to be a good idea. GJ buy is looking good. Yeah, I like that too. The only thing is it's bullish. We've broken above this minor resistance at 144.980. But if you start breaking above the highs over here, I think we can continue moving up. But I'm not going to be, I'm going to be very cautious about this because this whole move up happened because of this news right over here. Let's go to forexfactory.com. All right, check this out. Bank of Japan may seek to clarify in March policy review that it has room to deepen negative rates. This means in March when they have the interest rate, they may say that they may look to get negative rates. So that's like a speculation. They're speculating that may happen. So this move up was all because of their speculation. There's nothing confirmed. There's nothing written in stone. There's no fundamental reason behind this move up. So this was just a shock move from the yen right over here. And I'm not sure what the Japanese were doing awake in the middle of the night, releasing that news event. All right, let's take a look over here. Let's take a look at this chart. Our first chart for this evening. Ooh, closing bullish, waiting for close above, broke the high, entry for buy, stop loss. Okay. Yeah, I'd want to see a 30-minute confirmation, much stronger 30-minute confirmation, because the problem with this 15-minute is it's like a weaker candle, right? So we're creating a support right over here, and this is like a weaker bullish candle than the previous one. So there's basically not enough confirmation on the 15-minute for it to continue up unless we start breaking the high on the 30-minute, which then you can say, okay, you know what, now there's some sort of a confirmation for price to move up. So I'd have to be very careful with that on the 15-minute. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is also ranging here. These are the areas we identified before the stream. 1838, 1839. Really strong support at this point. Looking on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I mean, we broke below this support right over here as well. So I mean, now we have this little range over here. Now if you look on the 30-minute time frame too. Hey, Raja, I have a problem. I was trading 5 months, and in every month I was losing money. From the last 2 weeks, I educated a lot of. I watched your courses, and now I'm scared of taking new trades. What should I do? I think you should just execute a trade. I mean, when you see a probable setup that you want to take or something that you think that might work, I think it's always a good idea to kind of like execute on that. So slowly we're trying to move up here in the 30-minute time frame. Just remember, like if it's going to continue moving up, I would need this candle to break the high of the previous candle so that we could say that this move down was a liquidity grab, and now since we're breaking the high over here, then it has a high probability to continue moving bullish. So until then, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is gold 5-minute chart. Took sells on 5-minute close and support. Oh, nice, very nice. Let's see here. Let's take a look on the daily time frame. All right. So looking at the daily, we're obviously very, very bullish at this point, right? Looking to the left-hand side on pound yen daily, we have clean traffic on through the left-hand side. So now let's break that down on the 4-hour time frame. So looking on the 4-hour time frame, when we look to the left-hand side now, we see clean traffic hit through the left-hand side on the 4-hour time frame, but at the same time, we have some sort of a resistance formed at 145.300, which is more apparent on the 1-hour time frame, right? So that's why we need a strong confirmation on the smaller time frames to justify that move up towards 145.200, and then we can start talking about 145.300. But until we don't get that, I don't think there's going to be any buying confirmations at this point over here at all. Because we've already moved up, so we need extra confirmations. Also remember, whenever price moves up by a lot, so I would say this was a big move, right? The probability of it retracing or the probability of it correcting that move up increases significantly, right? So if you measure this move, this was like a 39, 40 pip move right over here. So we need extra confirmations for price to move bullish. Someone is asking, how would you have caught the GJ buys? If I was looking at the charts, I think I would have bought right over here, 144.740, as it broke the highs at this point for price to continue moving bullish. And then obviously looking left, we had this area right over here around 144.950, 144, or even 145. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this chart. So we're going to keep this price in mind. This is USD/JPY 5-minute chart. Shorts below the support. Yeah, this looks good. Shorts below the support looks good. That's what I was looking at here as well. I mean, if we're going to correct this move, maybe shorts below the support would make much more sense. But now since we're trying to move up over here, we'll need to see this high to be broken for price to really continue moving bullish. I'm starting FTMO because I've shown consistency on a smaller account. Oh, nice. Very nice. Good luck, good luck. I think it should go pretty good. Let's see here. I'm considering joining Market Fluidity. Is it okay for you to show what benefits can I get from Slack community? Probably not. If you're going to ask that question, probably you're not ready enough. So let's just not talk about that at all. Are you worried about the higher wick to the left? Yes. This wick is what concerns me a lot. Because price came up with a lot of momentum and we rejected this price 145.068. So probably we don't know why it rejected here, right? So this is why I'm very, very cautious about this area. So which is why we need some extra confirmation there. And as you can see right over here, we're basically like, it's not really breaking the highs at this point. So it's going to be very, very, it's a delicate situation at this point. Let's take a look at EUR/JPY. See what's going on in EUR/JPY. Oh wow, okay, EUR/JPY also moved bullish over here. Let's take a look on the daily time frame. Daily time frame came back to the highs made from the first week of February over here. We're sort of like rejecting the same area. Looking on the 4-hour, also this is a very strong resistance at this point. Looking at the 1-hour time frame. Okay, let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Perfect. So now we have our support, the same kind of support we have on pound yen after that move up. Okay, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is, took a short after we made a low right over here. Ooh, close rest position, close 50%. Nice. So I would say this was a winning trade over here. Beautiful. So the only scenario I'm looking at is possible shorts. Hold on. Okay. Sells below 144.920. This is what I'm looking at right now. Potential sells below 144.920 because price moved up, created a support, you know, and if you break the support, then there's a very high probability we can continue moving bullish. Oh no, bearish, sorry. Imagine someone takes a buy down here. Damn, let's take a look at this chart here by Kenny Keynes. Kenny Keynes, GP CAD, clean candles to the left, entries as candle broke above the wick. Entries when candle broke above the wick. Yeah, I don't know. I think you need to reword what you're saying over there, Kenny. Yeah. So I guess you're taking a sell, I think. Alright, so we're gonna keep in mind this price over here, 145.040 on pound yen. And let's go towards gold, remove all analysis. Let's go towards the daily time frame. So daily made a low, gold came right back up over here towards, you know, the last resistance area, 1847. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, gold is creating a support at this point. It also tapped into this resistance around, you know, 1847 again on the 4-hour time frame. Breaking it down on the 1-hour time frame, we can see it's creating a support right over here as well now. So this is a range that gold is in at this point, right, between 1846 and 1838. We got another support down over here at 1834. Now looking on the 30-minute time frame, yeah, we have this range over here now, and then we have got this mini range here between 1842, right over here, between 1842 and 1845, 30 pip range. I think the only good clean range I see on gold is below 1839, because you got this clean candle right over here to the left hand side. But if we start closing above 1842, then again there's going to be a very high probability for price to continue up, you know, and then you'll have to see if we break above this area to continue moving bullish or not as well. Yeah, let's see. GG is not really breaking above this area, so we gotta be very careful at this point. I've been taking trades with Raja for 5 weeks and won every time. When I trade myself, I mostly lose. Why? Probably because maybe you don't have enough confidence, or maybe, like, you know, you're not waiting enough for candles. Because right at this point, I would have been taking buys at this point if this was me 3 years ago, right? But 3 years fast forward, I know that there's a rejection right over here, so I need some extra confirmations for price to continue up. If I don't get those extra confirmations, then it's not a buy and I have to wait, you know, and while I'm waiting, I may miss this move up, you know, and if I miss this move up, that's totally fine. You know, it makes no difference at all. And as we can see, there's about, like, you know, 17 minutes left for this candle to close, and we're creating this tiny range here now after this great move up. We got a question here regarding tax. Do you need to have a business as a Forex trader, or can you have a business account to pay yourself? Well, you can do both, right? You can open your trading account against a corporation, and you can, like, you know, withdraw profits that way, and then you can pay yourself as a trader, you know, like a company paying you as a trader. That's what I do. Like, the company pays me as a trader, and that's basically my, like, wage from my own corporation. Okay, yeah, gold is still ranging. Your JPY is still in this predicament over here. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here. I bet they're saying that the yen is really weak. Oh yeah, they are saying yen is pretty weak. We'll have to wait. Impulse sells, or will you wait? You know what? I'm probably going to be waiting for a candle to close below this area right over here. 144, 144.940, 144.930. We'll have to really wait for price to close below this area. Let's take a look at USD, GBP USD here. And notice how GBP USD didn't really have that much of a stronger move up, because it wasn't affected by the yen at all, because it's base currency. I mean, like, they're totally different over here. But the good thing is we're also creating the support at this point on GBP USD. Same like on pound yen. So if we break below this area, we know price can continue down towards 1.38, 160. Someone is mentioning, is yen bank holiday? Yes. Yen bank is always on holiday during the New York session. Hey, welcome back. Missed you. Hope you had a great vacation. Oh, thank you. Had an amazing vacation. Okay, Mr. Flip Book Show. Let's take a look at this chart here by Mr. Flip Book Show. Oh, it's loading over here. All right, so we got a pound yen support at the bottom. Sells below the support only if the candle closes below. Yes, that's what I'm looking at as well. For price to close below, or if we break above over here. See, now, if this 30-minute candle closes bearish, right? And if the next one starts to break the highs over here, then there's a very high probability for price to continue moving bullish. So it's really imperative to wait at this point. Will Dominion Markets be partnered with Funding Talent? We're looking into it. Haven't really personally talked about it, but we've gotten enough requests for it, so I guess we're going to have some sort of conversations around that scenario. So do you consider the strong resistance to the left around 144.900? 144.900. See, I don't want to take a look left a lot because we have a support forming right over here. Also in the 15-minute time frames right over here. So what I'm looking at in terms of support, I'm looking at all these candles rejecting 144.940, right? All these candles right over here. So even if you get one candle to close below this area, looking something like this, so this is going to be enough confirmation for the next candles to continue moving down. That's what I would want to see at that point. So we still got 13 minutes left for this candle to close, which means, we got 13 minutes to chill. Since we got 30 minutes left for the candle to close, so we got to chill till that time. All right, what's this question over here? Hi, sir. In my case, I always get scared when the price almost hit my break even. Although my plans are clean and pretty good and end up close it early. Do you have some advice for me, please? Yeah, so whenever you get scared and you want to close early, close partial positions and let the rest run. Because when you close partial positions and let the rest run, you're going to start to get more confident in those positions, and this is just going to take time. Some days you're going to let like 0.01 run or 0.05 run, and as you continue letting more and more positions run, your confidence is going to increase, and naturally, then you're going to start to let bigger ones run. So that's just going to take time. So whenever you get scared, put close partials, close like 80%, 50%, take some risk off and let the rest run. What's this chart over here? Would this be a relevant level? Would this be a relevant level? Yes, Yes, I mean, it should be. It could be. We could keep that in back of our mind. And that's what I'd be looking at. We could keep that in back of our mind. So that's why we need a candle to close bearish over here, so that we could possibly correct this move down. So we'll keep that level in the back of our mind right over here around 144,900. Let's take a look at this chart. This is pound yen. Could some large move in consolidation be happening, or could you not make judgment based on past moves? Probably not. Probably you can't make any judgment based on past moves. I mean, it could consolidate, but then again, right? If price doesn't break below this level, then it's just going to basically consolidate. So we're making a resistance right over here. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a GPAUD chart. Oh, nice. You're looking for sells over here as well. Price creates support. One price to break. Wait for sells. Pretty good. Hey, Raja, you look like Ronaldo. Alright. Ronaldinho. Alright, let's take a look at this over here in 30-minute time frame. See this? We're about to break these lows over here. So this is why it's really important for the candle to close. Because if we can get this candle to close, then all we need is the next candle to break the low of this current candle for price to continue bearish. And I think that's going to be a pretty good trade for price to continue down. Okay, what's this chart over here? Looking for shorts below this region. This clean candle traffic over here. Oh, this is your first FTMO trade. Yeah, I think it could work out. We just need some confirmations below that area. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is about to break 1842 to continue moving bullish here, possibly. Euro JPY. Looks like Euro is bullish at this point. Interesting. Not a big fan of Euro over here because we got a rejection around 3-4 pips away, so it's going to be extremely difficult. Plus also all this huge rejection area over here. Have to be very careful with the buys on Euro JPY here though. We got 9 minutes left for this candle to close on a 30-minute time frame. Looking at the 1 hour as well, we're coming down bullish. Oh, bearish. 15-minute also at this point here. So let's see how this closes. How can I use magic keys while on TradingView? Would I need to have 2 screens to have MT5 open on one? Yeah, you can only use magic keys on the MetaTrader, not on TradingView. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is USD CAD. Price made a high. If price can create support, 80% chance for price to retest the highs. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. So you'll need to wait for this 30-minute candle to close to see what happens. And then you're looking at sells below this area or even sells below this area. Clean traffic here. That makes sense. So you're right. This is a delicate situation on the USD CAD here as well. Looks like gold is breaking above this minor range. Possible continuation here in pre-New York session. Okay, so this is, ooh, nice. Very nice. This was like 6 pips. Almost 6 pips, 8 pips. Nice impulse trade over there. Will you be doing weekly trade breakdowns again as you used to before on YouTube? Yeah, probably. Just going to be pretty busy for the next, couple of weeks as we continue, launching the brokerage. But after that, probably we're going to get into that as well. Let's look at pound New Zealand over here. GBP NZD. GBP NCD support form, wait for 30-minute candle to close below to take a sell. This is actually pretty good. If you can get this 30-minute candle to close bearish, I agree there's a very high possibility for price to continue moving bearish. So we got 7 minutes left for the candle to close. Hey, welcome back, coach. Any thoughts on lack of volume in NY session so far this week? Or it is what it is? You know, honestly, this is Wednesday today. And if there hasn't been any volume in the New York session, it is what it is. I mean, we've had volume in London session. So normally it happens, you know, sometimes you're going to get a lot of volume in London session. And then New York session, you're going to see like, you know, price may start to range a bit. You know, that happens. So that's what's been happening. Because I've been looking at the London session on Monday. I looked at London on Monday. We had volume there. On Tuesday, there was some sort of volume, you know, so we got to take it by how it's presented to us. So right now, New York is pre-New York is kind of like ranging over here in the small time frames. So we're going to see how price performs as we move into the NY Open. Euro JPY is also ranging. Gold is about to close above this minor zone over here. How do you avoid to get stopped out on your trades when the New York City session starts? I think you meant New York Stock Exchange. I have so often the situation that I get stopped out of fake outs and much volume in the start of NYC sessions. I mean, if you get stopped out, you need to take a look at that, okay, how could you have, like, you know, given your trade a second chance? Because it's very important, because whenever I get stopped out and when price moves in my favor, I always look to see that, okay, how could I have given my trade a second chance? Which is really, really important. You know, because once you start figuring out that, okay, maybe this is how you could have given your trade a second chance, then if that happens the next time, then you're going to be ready, right? And also try to see how could you have, like, you know, closed out, like, you know, partial positions in like a smaller loss, or how could you have taken off certain risk off that trade? Because, you know, at the end of the day, we are like, our job is to minimize risk by taking risk off and to like really, like, you know, exploit the winning positions by size. Like if price continues to go our way, then it's our job to, like, you know, see, okay, how could we have added more positions to get like bigger profit? But again, like, you know, that takes time. So right now we got 4 minutes left over here, and it seems like we're rejecting this area. Nice. If we start breaking the highs, I think we can continue moving bullish. Very interesting time over here now. Do you prefer to enter on open or close of high-low levels? So GG, I think it is more safe. I think higher low are safer but lose some pips. So you're looking to enter on pound yen at 144.890 right over here. Okay, I think that's going to be a much safer entry because you're looking to enter below these rejection wicks. There's nothing wrong with that. That's going to be a much safer entry at that point. Hey sir, I was wondering, is the market open in this Friday? It's Chinese New Year. Yes, the market is going to be open because Chinese New Year does not affect the USD or the euro or the yen or gold. So market's still going to be open. So we got 3 minutes left. How'd you get the yellow mark outline? Oh, this yellow line? This yellow line I got from here. Right over here. Horizontal line. You click over here and then you get the horizontal line over here. And then you can move it up and then you can move it down. I'm thinking of buying Alphabet Inc. stocks for the long term. Nice. Get it done. Okay, what's this? New high created on pound AUD. Waiting for support to form to retest the high. Nice. Very nice. Sacha FX dog. That looks good. If you create support, we can continue moving bullish. We got 2.5 minutes left over here. Looking at gold. Ooh, see that? See how important it is to wait for candles to close? Price moved up. And if the candle closed above this area, then there was a very high probability for price to moving up. But, you know, look at this. Waiting for candle to close and boom, came straight down. Hey Raja, would you pay the flights on points like Amex? How was the business flight? Business return from Turkey was like 3,400. Yeah, 3,200, 3,400. Do you consider yourself a scalper or a trend follower? I think I think I'm an opportunist. That's what it is. I'm looking for both sells and buys. If price breaks below 144,940, 144,890, I'm going to be looking for sells. If price starts breaking above 145,040 or even 145,070, then I'm going to be looking for buys. So you need to have some sort of a opportunistic traits in your personality. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for two things over here: for price to even break above or break below. Can you explain why negative rates would possibly cause pound yen to go up? Yeah, just reread that question to yourself. You have pound yen. If the rates are cut, what does that do to the yen? It makes it weaker, right? And if you have pound yen, and if the yen is weaker, then pound yen is going to move bullish. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Ooh, gold sells, nice, on the 5-minute chart. Very nice. Hey, Mr. Banks, I'm mad at you. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This says AUD USD. Price broke, change structure of daily resistance, waiting for price to form resistance to retest the lows. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is pretty good. Price came down, created a low, moved up. If you get a resistance formed, there's a very high probability for price to continue bearish to retest this low. Yeah, I agree with that. We got about 22 seconds for this candle to close. And if this candle closes bearish, man, we're ranging at this point now. We are in this range right here. Let's bring our zone over here too. Yeah, this is a range we're playing in there. Awesome. We're ranging at this point. So we need to break above 145.5040 for price to continue up, expecting price to break above this wick. That's where we're expecting with volume to price break above this wick, right? Now, if we break above 145.040, then we're basically anticipating volume to push price above this area right over here. Looking at euro, oh yeah, euro looks pretty good to continue moving bullish at this point on the 1 hour time frame. You got a major resistance at 127, 100. And if you measure this range, it's like a 7-pip range. Yeah, it's not enough range here for buys at all. Pretty difficult. Very small range. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. This is absolutely amazing. If this 1 hour candle starts breaking the lows at 144.930, 940, man, there's a very high probability we can continue moving bearish. So on the 1 hour, this candle could potentially look like this, and then we could possibly correct moves down. But we need that confirmation. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. Price is ranging at the moment. Things to consider: we are at the daily level. Best wait for break and close. Yes. If price breaks below previous candle lows, is willing to execute. Yes. Looks good. TP is also good, but always make sure to to secure positions at the same time. Let's take a look at this gold chart here. Gold on the 1 hour time frame. I think you're missing some supports. There's a support right over here at the bottom, and there's also minor support at this point right over here. So we need to identify those areas. Let's take a look at the 1 hour on gold at this point. All right, look at this. 30-minute candle is about to come down. We're about to break this low over here. If I'm looking to take a sell, as the 1 hour candle breaks the low, this is going to be breaking the low in the first 2-3 minutes, right? And if it breaks the low in the first 2-3 minutes, there's a risk of price retracing and then continuing to push down. There's that risk we may run into. But at the same time, If this 1 hour candle breaks the low of the previous 1 hour candle, we're not expecting it to break the high of the previous 1 hour candle. Then we're expecting it to continue driving down, moving into the NY open in about an hour. So let's take a look on the 30-minute over here, and let's try to solve this delicate situation over here. So if we break below, let's say, 144.920, stop is going to be like 8 pips, 8 pips, 9 pips, and really anticipating price to push below 144.890 to continue bearish. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Gold is also ranging. Your JPY is also ranging. There's a bit of waiting. There's a bit of waiting over here now. How do you draw the projection candle? Is there a feature on TradingView? No, it's a feature on Zoom. So I use Zoom to do that. All right, Euro USD 30-minute chart. If the Euro USD breaks support, can move down. See, there's another support over here. This is why it gets a little tricky at this point. There's another support at this point, right over here. Obviously, you have this support, then there's another support, then there's another support. So it gets a little tricky. It gets really, really tricky. So I think buys is going to be much better, because if we break above this area, then you have a clean candle here to the left hand side. But over here to the left hand side, you have support, another support, another support. So a lot of roadblocks as price comes down. So now let's concentrate back on pound yen over here. We're about to move out of this extremely delicate situation for price to continue bearish. Man, oh man, oh man. Hello, Raja. I asked many times, can you help me? I lost today, one trade on GJ. If you can see, I'm thankful. Okay, Mr. UN. United Nations asked us a question. Let's answer this question over here. United Nations. Took a buy over here. Entry impulse on this candle. Yeah, this wasn't an entry at all. I mean, if you look on the 15-minute time frame, this candle didn't really close in a way that we should continue moving bullish, and I guess this candle closed bearish. You could have closed some positions. Oh, look at that. We've broken the low over here. I guess, the only problem I see with these sells, I think EE mentioned over here that we have these rejections here. So that's the only problem I have with these sells. Because kind of want to see price push a little bit further down before taking sells. Or maybe in the second half of this 30-minute candle, I would want to take sells. Which would mean waiting for this 15-minute candle to close below this area around 144.930, because it's in a very, very heavy uptrend. So we need a very heavy confirmation that price is going to go down, which means impulse entries is going to be extremely risky. So at least waiting for the 15-minute candle to close below this area would be much better. So let's see what happens here. Joined the stream 2 seconds ago, and we already have a delicate situation. When you making some delicate situation merch? Yeah, it'll be cool. On a shirt it says it's a very delicate situation. We're going through a delicate situation. Oh man. Man, let me tell you, in Turkey, we're at the hospital, and you know what the guy does? The guy puts a ruler on your head, and he literally draws a hairline. It's like they're making it extremely sharp. Okay, look at this. This 15-minute candle is about to come in right now. The 30-minute candles, yeah, we gotta wait. Maybe down over here, 144.920 would be a much better idea. But then again, we need price to kind of like come below these wicks at this point, these rejections, because we don't know if price comes down and starts rejecting this area or not. This whole area. So I think it's going to be much better to wait for this candle to close below all these candles here to the left hand side. Because then this candle is going to be doing something which all these candles couldn't do.
Hey Roger,
Hey,
how are you?
good, how are you?
Good, good. So don't you think that this is the same situation that we had last week or the week before?
I don't remember.
Because I think it was last week or the week before we took impulse sells with the same idea, but we had wicks also. So price went down and then we went back into a drawdown and closed into a loss, and then we took another trade to give you trade a second chance. So I would assume, like at least for me, I would wait for the 30 minutes to close, so I don't have to go through the same situation again.
Yeah.
So just learn from experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So which is why I'm also being very cautious, because like it broke the low a little bit, but not a lot, you know. Also, it was
Yeah.
like way too early over here. So that's why
Yeah.
that's why being very cautious over here.
Okay, great.
Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is pound yen 30-minute chart. If you sell here, it looks like you're selling into support. Yes, that's why we're being extremely cautious at this point. Because if it starts breaking below this area, you're expecting volume to push price continue down. That's what you're expecting, volume. What's the minimum amount to open an account with Dominion Markets? I think it's going to be $100, 100, something like that. Can someone tell me when I go in? Okay, that's it. It's a pretty good question there. When I go in, USDJPY. Oh, nice. This structure is pretty solid. On the 1 hour time frame, we're breaking above these highs over here. You got this wick fill over here, and you get a potential resistance here, 10 pips away. Yeah, I think that could work out. Let's take a look at USDJPY over here as well. Let's bring it in terms of Euro JPY. So looking at USDJPY on the 30-minute time frame, first of all, we're breaking above this area, which is pretty good, right over here. And if we measure this range, what I want to see is just like 7 pips up to this minor resistance over here. So there may be some sort of a problem over here till here. 7 pips away, but I guess if we're moving in time with this volume, we could continue pushing up towards this area, 104, 920. What's this question here? Hey Raja, what do you think? Let's say you want to risk 1% to enter an impulse with 0.5% risk, and when it closes, good with 0.5%. Yeah, I don't understand that question. You got your English really mixed up over there. But I guess if you're entering with impulse, it's always good to enter with like a smaller risk with impulse entries, because I mean, impulse entries are like buy stops and sell stops, right? I mean, okay, let's take a look at this idea right over here, right? If this candle starts breaking above, 145, 040, and if you take an impulse entry, that's sort of like saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to have a buy stop at this point, anticipating price to continue moving bullish. That's what it is, And whenever you're using buy stops and sell stops, it's really important to lower your risk at that time. Go with the lower risk and let the rest run. I win again today. It's 2 weeks. Oh, 2 weeks without a loss. Nice. Just focusing on gold. Thank you for direction. Confidence. Oh, nice. That's amazing, man. Confidence is building. 1 or 2 trades a day. Beautiful. Would you do an IG story explaining the whole airport process since you traveled during lockdown? Yeah, it's on my Instagram. You can go through my Instagram. I documented everything. Alright, so seems like we're moving bullish now. See, there was no confirmation for sells, there's no confirmation for buys, just basically waiting around over here now. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here as well. We're bullish looking at 30-minute time frame. Yeah, we need to break above these highs to say that, okay, we should continue moving bullish. So we're just ranging at this point. What's this? Oh, beautiful. This is a journal. So what's this? This is a free journal free trading journal, a gift from me to your viewers. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this link to the Gulag over here, and I'm also going to post this on my Instagram here later on today. Nice. There you go, Gulag. You guys got a free journal over here now. See, this is what it is, you know. This is how you build a community. You give free stuff, you help people out, you know, and then karma pays you back. So I always believe in karma, you know, like you do good things, you give free value, and then, like, you know, I mean, karma takes care of you.
Karma's gonna help your hair grow back, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It'll look nice and slick.
No, we'll see what happens. GBP AUD. Let's take a look here. Oh, nice. Waiting for support to form. See, this is beautiful. This is something I would want to see on a 30-minute time frame. That a 30-minute candle closing bullish, strong bullish, and the next one continuing to push up. This is something I would want to see on pound yen for price to continue. So this is amazing. The way that 30-minute candle is closing, yeah, it's pretty good. USDJPY, this candle is also rejecting this area now since it was opening. Looks like it may be respecting that resistance. Hey Raja Banks, I love what you do. Every day I come in and send charts, but I don't think you get time to look at it. If you have time, can you look at this one? Alright, Mr. John Locke. Let's take a look here. So for people who are trying to access this, what you need to do is you need to go to this and you need to go to file, and then you need to make a copy, because when you make a copy and then you can, like, you know, make it your own, or oh yeah, or you can download it as well. So this 15-minute candle is about to close bearish. The next 15-minute candle is about to start over here. Alright, this is the start of a new 15-minute candle at this point. Are we going to break below 144.930, or are we going to start ranging in this area here? Let's take a look at this chart here by Mr. John Locke. Oh, okay, Mr. John Locke is going to go in the gulag of the gulags. Mr. John Locke. Wow, see that rejection over there. Looking at gold over here too, we're ranging. Huge is also kind of like ranging over here. Hey Raja, how do you manage your mood after taking a loss? I find myself being pissed off for the rest of the day if I take a loss. Man, when I take a loss, it's mainly because I misjudged something, you know, like you really got to understand why you're getting pissed off when you take a loss. So when I take a loss, I'm going to look at that, I'm going to say, okay, you know what, why did I take a loss? Was it something I missed? Was it something I ignored? You know, what was something I could have done better to take a win? You know, so I'm going to take that loss as like a learning opportunity. You know, so if you're not going to take your loss as a learning opportunity, then you're always going to be mad. Because when I take a loss, I'm really excited to see that, okay, what did I do wrong? Because that same situation is going to happen over and over and over again. And I need to be ready for that same thing to happen again. Because if that happens again, then that means then I'm going to be ready for the next time it happens. Wow, look at that. We're still ranging at this point. Do you have a weekly daily pip goal? Daily pip goal, I go for, like, you know, 12 pips. 10, 12 pips. Hey guys, thanks Raja. I've been consistent for 3 months now with great risk management. Oh, nice. Talking about risk management, if the YouTube can take a look at this over here, pretty sure you guys can. We're going to have a risk management virtual class on the 21st February. So you can see the topics we're going to go over. But at this time, look at this. We're just ranging here now in the 15-minute time frame. There were no buying confirmations. There's no selling confirmations. Just straight ranging at this point. All right, let's take a look at this over here. Pound, AUD. Yeah, I don't want to wait for a 30-minute candle to close. You know, I'd want to wait for a 30-minute candle to close. But if you break above the 15-minute, you know, that may also work. Because, you know, the thing about Pound AUD is Pound AUD has so much volume at times that just one candle can continue moving bullish. That's the whole problem with Pound AUD. It has a lot of, you know, volume at times there. If our entries on gold are being made on the 5-minute time frame, do we wait for a candle to close within our trading range, or can we impulse entry one of our positions in the range? See, if you're looking on the 5-minute on gold, I would say right over here would be a much better idea. You know, you got a support now. This is a very strong range, right? You got a really strong support at 1839. You got a really strong resistance at 1842.20. So it's going to be very imperative to kind of like wait for these areas to break, you know, and then we can start talking about the 5-minute. So if you look on the 5-minute over here, you can see how these wicks are basically market structure being made on the 5-minute time frame. Oh wow, this is also a pretty good 17-18 pip range. Yeah, I'd be cautious. I'd probably wait for price to kind of like break either above this area or break below this area. Please share Zoom link. That's not how it works. That's not how the Zoom link works. It's a very delicate situation. Yes. Yes, sir. We're still stuck over here. Rejection area to the left hand side. Yeah, we'll have to wait. You know, I'd still be okay by selling below this area here. Will you do a webinar by any chance soon on how to use high time frames? Yeah, I think we did do a webinar. I think that was 2 weeks ago. We did one on the 4-hour time frames, and probably going to do another one next week. Let's take a look at the calendar here. So we got Wednesday. So we got yen holiday later on for the Asian session. Ooh, we got CPI news coming on. You know what? I think gold is ranging because of CPI. Because this is a very high volume event right over here, CPI. So I think that's the reason why gold is ranging at this point. And also USDJPY might also start ranging at this area here as well. We got a very high news event coming on, CPY, so we'll have to wait. What are they expecting over here? They're expecting bad numbers here, so oh wow, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Hey, just joined. What do you think about this chart? Let's take a look here. Impulse entry, once price closes below support, next candle break the low of that candle, looks good. Buys above here on pound, on euro yen. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Buys above this major resistance you have. Pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. So there's going to be a lot of waiting over here. Hey Raja, what would you need to backtest when all the data from backtesting is already available online? If one person backtests a strategy, why would you do it? Because I want to see if I can backtest it, you know, my way or not. You got me cracking up so hard with your little snarky comebacks. Because people make snarky questions, man. Can you help me with identifying a possible target if we break the highs and continue up for pound yen? I just want to have a plan for both buys and sells. So, okay, let's take a look at pound yen over here, right? So, let's take a look at this area here 145.020. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 1 hour time frame, and we're going to go all the way to the left hand side. So we're going to put an orange line over here. This is our potential resistance, and we're going to go all the way to the left until we see some sort of a market structure, right? Okay, so here we are. Now we're looking to the left hand side, and we see some sort of a market structure here. So if we break above 145.020, right, we have clean candles going all the way up towards this previous rejection area around 145.300. So if we break above 145.020, there's a probability for price to continue up towards, 145.300, which is like a 30 pip range. And if this is a 30 pip range, we cannot expect price to continue all the way up towards the 30 pip range. But what we can anticipate is to maybe grab a partial of this range over here. Maybe let's say like 12 pips, 15 pips, 20 pips, put the rest at break even and let the rest run. And then above this area, we have another resistance at 145.0650, 145.650, sorry. So that's how you kind of like mark your targets. And then, obviously above this resistance, we have another range all the way up over here. And then we can start talking about, 146 once we start breaking above, 145.300. But it's very early to talk about 146 at this point anyway. So let's focus on the task at hand over here now. We got 36 minutes left for this candle to close. Hey Raja bro, Pakistan kab aoge milne? I don't know, man. When you invite me. Is there a fundamental reason why price is ranging for the whole week? Probably not. I mean, we had a move up over here. I guess I don't think so. Like, I mean, if it's ranging, you have to take a look at what's happening. I mean, the UK is preparing for more lockdowns. They haven't really made a decision on that yet because, I mean, if they do make a decision on that, that could put pound bearish. At the same time, I mean, they haven't really talked about Brexit either these days. So the only move we had up was the weakness in the yen. So at this point, technically, we're looking to see that if we can break below, 144.920 to correct this move down or not in the New York session. Man, the lockdowns are killing all economies. Surprisingly enough, Turkey was open. There's no lockdown over there. Like some parts of the world, there are no lockdowns at all. Guys are walking without masks, like drinking teas in the markets. Like everything's rocking and rolling. All right, this 30-minute candle is about to close in like 4 minutes.
Roger, I would love for this 30-minute candle to close below, like come down, and that second wick come down, yeah, like down in that area, and then break the previous low left of it.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good confirmation for it to continue bearish.
Yeah, because right now I'm just those rejection wicks is a little bit concerned. This is just a tougher trade.
Let's take a look at GP CAD. Ooh, GP CAD is also rejecting down over there. Is gold expecting to go up if CPI has a bad result? Yes, if it has a bad result. But obviously we're waiting at this point. We got 1 hour left for CPI. And gold is in this ranging situation over here. Can we invite this guy on the live stream? Let's take a look over here. Who is this guy? Ooh, Mr. Anish Thakur. Okay, we can take a look into that. Looks like he's traveling and everything. See, yeah, I mean, there's no...
I don't see no trading, man.
I don't see no trading at all. Nothing.
No charts.
No
I
charts.
see lifestyle.
Nothing.
You could invite him on and talk about his lifestyle.
Yeah. Did you not have to quarantine in a hotel for 3 days? No. No. That's a scare tactic, man. Nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. I mean, I landed here in Canada and they asked me if I want to download they asked me if I downloaded the app so that they could track me. And I said, nope. And they're like, okay. And that's it. And then they said, well, what was your purpose of the visit? And that's it. You know, like some people downloaded the apps, that's all up to them. You know, but I never downloaded anything on my phone. Why would I have something on my phone which the government tells me to have it on my phone? I mean, just think about it. You know, I mean, it's my privacy.
And
Exactly.
when they
But
ask
what
you,
they didn't,
From China
They didn't-
2.0 there.
they give you open-ended questions, so most people would just said, okay, I have to do it. They
Yeah.
gave you yes. Do you want to download it or no? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they ask you in a very authoritative way. You know, sir, did you download the app? You know, and I
Yeah.
said, nope. The guy looked at me, he's
Yeah.
like, what?
and when you said you didn't wear the mask because you have a medical issue,
Yeah.
they didn't ask you for a paper or something. Or?
No, a medical condition.
Wow.
What else are gonna say?
You just showed them your head.
Yeah, I mean,
No, but I mean something from a doctor, like saying that you have that medical condition.
no, I mean, at the end of the day, you just got to be very confident in whatever you say.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Like, if you say it with confidence, with
yeah. The way you say it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Ooh, pound AUD, 30-minute candle closing bullish. Nice. Let's take a look at pound AUD over here. It's looking pretty nice to continue bullish. GBP AUD, even though I'm not going to trade it. But yeah, if this was happening on pound yen, man, I'd be taking buys for price to continue bullish. This is like the money setup that I would take every single day. If this setup comes every day, I'd be executing on it every day. Even if I take a loss, there's a very, very high probability of this setup to continue pushing bullish.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
But I don't trade pound AUD, man, so I can't execute on this.
It's my mistress.
Pound yen is still ranging, gold is still ranging. Ooh, it closed with no wick at the top. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour candle still open. Yeah, I guess we'll need to break these highs for price to continue bullish. It's a nice 16, 17 pip range here. My brother comes from UK to Europe and he has to 14 days in self-isolation, but I'm going to take him from the airport even if he has a negative test. Oh, yeah, some rules are pretty weird. Let's take a look at this chart by Yenti. Gold, oh nice. There's no labeling over here, just a winning trade and another winning trade. Nice, very nice. Well done. You actually held it. You know, you actually basically held it on 30-minute time frame. Held it over a day or two and continued on. There's a lot of volume coming in now. You see this, how price is just jumping up and down. All right, pound yen. Am I looking to sell below 144.920? $144.920 for price to continue moving bearish. That's what I'm looking at this point. $9.15, $9.20, 10 pip stop, and expecting volume to break below, 144.980 for price to continue bearish. I know you don't trade GA, but looks like the candle closed with no wick on the top. Yes, it closed with the wick on the top, so that's why there's still confirmations over here for price to continue up. Look on the 4 hour. 4 hour is obviously bearish, but looking on the 1 hour time frame, we're breaking above the high on the 1 hour time frame in the second half of the candle. The 30-minute candle also closed bullish. So if I was looking at this, I'd probably be entering with like a lower risk since the previous candle closed with no wick on the top. So I'd be executing that on with like a lower risk, but also keeping my eyes on pound yen over here to see if I'm gonna catch like a drop here for this correction or not today. So just looking into all the Forex trading, I've downloaded a simulation app to kind of play around and get an idea. Any advice, if I may ask, what point of the candles are? I think what you want to do is, whenever you're doing a simulation, is to really simulate a certain time that realistically you're going to trade. Like if you're only going to trade the New York session, just simulate the New York session. You know, if you're only going to trade like, you know, the Asian session or London session, just simulate like those sessions, because your whole goal is to really be good at just one session. Why don't you wait for the candle to close? I don't know. I'm going off of my feelings, you know, and my feelings are saying if price starts breaking below, you know, 144.920 with volume, we can push below these wicks. That's what my feeling is saying. And I can't really, like, you know, just, I don't know. That's just how I feel, you know. It's also my first day back after a week on the chart, so just being very cautious at the same time too. So far there has been no trade at all. You know, pound yen is ranging, gold is ranging, euro JPY is ranging. Pound AUD made like a nice structure, but the only problem is this candle closed with no wick on the top. That's the only, I mean, if this candle had a wick to the top, this would have been 100% move up. But since it closed with no wick on the top, it becomes like a 50-50 chance. Are you bearish on gold? No idea. We got a CPI news coming in later on, so we'll have to wait for that. Take a look at GBP USD over here. Looking at GBP USD, we're also creating the support on the 30-minute time frame. Oh, on the 15-minute time frame, we're creating that minor support. Still got a lot of rejections over here on the pound USD as well. Yesterday, whole New York session is ranging. Sacha and team, peace sign. Someone sent a peace sign to Sacha and team.
Peace out. Yeah, it was brutal, man. No volume since Monday.
Yeah. When is Dominion Markets accepting signups? You know, we're waiting for MetaQuotes to finish uploading the MetaTrader, and once it's done, and then we're gonna go live. So probably in about a day. Yeah, probably in a day. How do you make your watch list? My watch list? This watch list is just whatever, you know, but I mostly focus on pound yen over here. Oh, look at that. We're about to come down over here now. I guess if we continue down, there's a very high probability that NY Open can really start pushing price down and we can correct this move up. When making analysis in higher time frame, in what situation will you additionally consider structure in a lower time frame? So right over here, I'm going to consider lower time frame structure. Because looking at the higher time frame, we don't see any structure at all. The only thing we see is that 4-hour candle went up, this 4-hour candle came down, kind of like retested this area and sort of like rejecting it. Looking on the 1-hour time frame, we can just see price ranging at this point. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, we can see price ranging at this point. So we need some sort of confirmation on the smaller time frame to basically justify that, okay, if we're getting that confirmation on the 30-minute time frame, now there's a high probability for it to maybe continue moving down. So that's something we'll have to kind of like wait over here. Let's take a look at this pound yen buys over here. So candle closed bullish. Ooh, nice. You took a buy at this point for price to continue up. Beautiful. Yeah, that was a pretty good trade. You cut that whole move going up. If the 1-hour candle breaks these lows, would that provide us some confirmation due to it being a stronger time frame? Yes. Yes, exactly. So we got 20 minutes left for this candle to close.
Hey, Raja.
Hey.
Just a question. Wouldn't the CPI affect the pound in a way?
See, a little bit. A little bit it might affect it because, it's going to affect the US dollar and the US dollar may move yen a little bit. So in that sense, pound yen may get affected.
Okay, so it wouldn't be a major like I would think, but just there would be some fluctuation basically.
Yeah, like the spread is going to go up and I mean, that's about it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Wow, what a slow day here today. Extremely slow.
It has been like this all week.
Oh, wow. All right, we're coming down over here.
Man, it was so slow that on Sachs' live they were dancing.
Yeah, it was so boring.
Like, we got no movement this whole week, and they're like, "Yo, all right, no movement. 500 likes." We start dancing. Crazy.
500 likes, and we're gonna do your favorite dance.
That was fun. Even the NFP Friday didn't have a lot of volume for NFP day.
Oh, yeah. The only thing I saw on NFP was gold moving up.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Oh.
All right, what's this? Hey, Rojo, can you take a look at this chart, please? Let's take a look at this chart. Someone is saying Raja Diesel. Raja Diesel. GJ 30-minute chart. Took a buy and in my session but closed out when came close to stop loss. Oh, so there was a bit of a confidence issue at this point. Yeah, I think you need to... yeah, there was a confidence issue. So you need to close partials at that point, So whenever you're getting scared or whenever price comes to your stop loss and it's not stopping you out, but you're having some sort of confidence issue, close like 50%, 80%, and then leave the rest running. Because the more you leave the rest running, the more confident you're going to get in your positions, in your analysis and all that stuff. Okay, let's see here. Could you give us a fair idea for a buy or sell zones on gold? Yes, so first of all, you got CPI coming soon, USD. See, red folder CPI, high impact news, right? Look at this. It says high impact expected. So look at gold over here. Now you got a support at 1839 and you got a resistance at 1842, right? So you got to wait for this news event to see where price is going to move, which is going to be in about 45 minutes. And if you look at pound yen over here, we're kind of like, still at that support, hasn't really broken up, hasn't really broken down. So we'll have to wait. Someone is asking, what's the name of this website? This is called forexfactory.com. I'm going to post this in the gulag over here for you guys. Those of you who don't know what that website is. So I look at this website first thing in the morning. You know, first thing in the morning, you take a look at the website. It tells you when there's going to be news, right? You look at the news, you're like, okay, there's going to be news, there's going to be news. So this week is pretty clean, actually. Unemployment claims tomorrow, they're looking at good numbers over here, 755.
Hey, hey, Raja.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry for GBP AUD. Yes.
Yes.
Will you put the stop loss under the previous 30 minutes low?
Yes.
If you want to enter now.
Enter now. I place it below the 30-minute low. Yes, but if this 30-minute candle closes bullish, then I would trail it below this current 30-minute candle.
Okay. Okay, so the best way is to wait since the candle go through the, how do you call it, become bullish.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Exactly. How do I place a trade using leverage? I cannot find out how to do it. Well, there's a big problem then. How to place a trade with leverage? Leverage is automatically applied. I mean, I don't know what other way is there to explain it. Oh wow, look at that. Still ranging. Still ranging. Pound AUD. Candles are slowly closing bullish. But look at the size of this candle closing like weaker bullish over here. But still it's bullish. 30-minute candle still open at this point. Still bullish. Pound yen, man, still ranging over here. Hey, how much broker regular commission on lot size? My broker charge $15 to $18. Oh wow, man, your broker making a lot of money. Regular per one lot commission is like $7 both ways. You know, 3.5 for opening the trade and 3.5 for closing the trade. Yeah, so we're just waiting over here now. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna try to pump some volume.
Sasha, who's dancing today?
Sorry?
Who's dancing today?
Who's dancing? I don't know. Maybe we're gonna make Raja dance. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe you can pick someone. I think Albert looks like he can dance.
Sasha, have you entered GBP?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I did with a smaller risk on GA, yes. Yes, I decided to focus on GA today since GG was a mess.
GA hasn't moved these last few days.
When this 15-minute candle closes, will you be putting your stop loss under the previous candle?
No, it's too early for me. I want to leave room for that trade. When the 30-minute close, though, that's going to be a different story. Oh, nice hat, bro.
Yeah, my head was getting cold.
Man, you're stylish. You're just missing the cane.
Gold just broke down.
Yeah, gold is dropping over here.
And GA is finally moving a little bit.
Yeah, GA should continue moving bullish over here.
Yeah.
Really looking to see if this move down on gold is just a little bit start before the news or not. I mean, if the 5-minute start breaking this low, then it should continue really moving down. Other than that, it may come back in the range before the news.
Yeah, GA is gone.
Let's look at a 15-minute. Nice, making higher highs and higher lows, and yeah, I think its destination is right here, 79,150. Can you tell anything about the Forex week? I don't know what that means. I think you'll have to be more specific. Forex week. USD CAD price made a high, so I'm anticipating the high to be retested. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like the same situation as pound yen over here as well, for price to continue bullish. We got 8 minutes left for this candle to close at this point now. Are we already in a trade? Probably not. We are not in any trade. Well, I'm not in any trade.
Raja.
Hello.
Yes, sir. So with expecting bad numbers for CPI, could this just be a liquidity grab on gold?
It could very well be a liquidity grab on gold. Oh no, they actually expect. Oh yeah, they are expecting bad numbers. Yeah, this could very well be a liquidity grab in gold.
Thank you.
I would think so. Hey, when you get a chance, please check your IG message. I don't know, man. I got a lot of messages. You have to be very specific. Oh, so yeah, I think I'm gonna. What's this? You posted on IG that you will attend a virtual seminar organized an Arabic organizer. Yeah, I think it's happening in March. It's happening in March. This seminar thing. I think it's done by Abdullah Harfouch right here. The only thing is there's no website that was cleanly written over there because I got a lot of questions of people asking me where can they register. So I think probably we're gonna have that up today. At this point, if GJ goes up above the resistance, the only way to trace a position is looking on the 4-hour chart. Seems like TradingView doesn't have enough data. Yes, it does have enough data. We looked at that earlier on in stream when we started. Right over here. It's all the way up there, 125, 300. That's what we're anticipating here. But we're still ranging at this point. GA is moving nicely, just as expected here. Price came down, created support, closed bullish, straight up. It's like 7 pips, 6 pips, all the way up here, you know, like 16, 17 pips at this point. Will you put buy stops in GJ? Probably not. We'll have to wait for it to either break above or break below. But the only other thing I'm looking at is gold here as well, because, you know, this candle came down, broke below support. We're creating this minor support here on gold now at 1837, you know, 1838. So we'll need to break below these lows for gold to really continue down in its range. And it's a pretty good range here as well. It's like a 28, 30 pip range here.
Hello, Raja.
Hey, hello.
I was wondering, would you take a buy if the price closes above the current resistance, the 30-minute candle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll need to see it close above. I can't see data that far behind either. Yeah, we can. I mean, look, this is the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to do it in front of you right now. So I don't know what you guys see there, but I'm going to do it right here. So this is what I see right over here. So I don't know what you guys are looking at. I mean,
I have the same problem, by the way.
But it's right here on my screen,
I
man.
can look at all the data.
I think it's because the account, you know, is kind of free or something like that, you know.
No, it's different.
It's a TradingView.
It's not. It's just you guys.
It's maybe some other liquidity feed.
Yeah.
I'm actually using the same one and it's not appearing. I don't know why.
Oh, then I don't know.
If not, go to the daily, and it gives you less information. Because with the hourly chart, Roger, you're on the hourly.
Yeah,
you have to scroll back more. But if you go to like the daily, you could just see where support or resistance is. Then you could just break it down to the hourly, like mark that area. Because Roger had to go all the way to December 19th, I believe.
Yeah, it's
which is 2 months ago.
December 2019.
Yeah.
So you got to go all the way left-hand side. Far, far away. That's like once upon a time in December 2019. That's how far it is. All right, look at that. Gold is about to break these lows to potentially continue bearish. It broke below that major support there as well. If this was Kervin over here, Kervin would say, oh man, this is gonna drop.
Yeah, now he's too busy eating ribs now.
Yeah.
But he's in Texas.
Oh, look at this. This is some information here regarding TradingView history. Free users get 5,000 candles. Pro users get 10,000 candles. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I pay. Yeah, maybe that's why I can see all the way to the left hand side.
They charge you for the candles. That's hilarious.
Yeah. You want to see more candles? Well, you gotta pay.
My apologies.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GA 4-hour chart. Retest on the break. Already tested, making lows. Clean traffic here. Is this realistic? Yeah, it's realistic. If we break above this resistance here on the 4-hour, it's very realistic for price to continue bullish. Oh wow, look at that thing, just rejected that area. Damn, such a hard day today. Such a hard day because a lot of waiting around.
I don't know, man. This last 2 to 3 months hasn't been like consistent. Like we got a consistent week of trading.
Yeah, January was really, really difficult. A lot of ranging, no volume at all.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is gold 4-hour chart. Looking for price to continue bearish. Looks good on the 4-hour. And if you look on the smaller time frame, this is where we can get those confirmations as well. Because if you look at this chart over here, so you're anticipating price to come down to 1829, maybe first 1832 would make much more sense as well. And looking at over here as well, you know, we see those same targets, 1834, you know, like these wicks over here to the left hand side. But we need confirmations now to break below, you know, 1837. We got 30 seconds left for this candle to close. This is my first month trading, and I thought this was normal. Yeah. If this is your first month trading, man, a lot of patience involved for your first month. How do you explain Forex to someone who don't know about Forex? I probably don't explain it to them. Yeah, I probably don't explain it to them because if they don't know about it, then probably they don't want to know. They don't want to know about it.
Well, the easiest way that since I was a kid that I always before I know Forex even existed, it was basically when you travel, you trade in your currency. That's basically Forex. You know what I mean? You go to a foreign country and you give them your U.S. dollar versus the euro. That's like Forex right there. So you know that difference that you make.
Save them the heartbreak, the pain and the suffering. Leave them.
Will you trade gold? There's a very high volatile news coming in for gold, so probably gonna wait for that in about 30 minutes. Man, pound yen is just ranging. Range city over here, no trade.
It was a pretty nice close on GA on H1.
Closing with a nice wick. 30-minute candle closing like this, small candle. Wow, rejection candle in a 15-minute. Don't you think that after this consolidation on GJ, we should see a fake out first? So whichever way it breaks first, it's better to wait for the real move. I think you're really overthinking there. That's real overthinking. And that means that you're looking for a fake out first before the real move. Yeah, that's a lot of overthinking. How do you know that that fake out is going to be a fake out? We don't know that. Oh wow, look at that. Gold is going back in the range over here. dangerous. It's so dangerous. Do you ever use multiple chart layout on TradingView? No. I don't even know what that is, multiple chart layout. Oh, like multiple charts like this? Oh no, I only use one over here. Wow, man, crazy. See, we didn't really break below these lows over here. Price went right back in the range. There was no confirmation for price to go back in the range at all. Now it's back in the range. This is where people lose a lot when they just take trades without confirmations, and wow, look at that, going back in the range over here. Coming up back to this resistance here. What's making it move? I didn't see anything at all.
Ask Jeevan for that. He knows his shit.
30 hari dia bisa bangun. Ya, ternyata ini terhenti. Oke, ya.
Okay, let's see here. Can you please take a look at this trade I took? Alright. Let's take a look at this GJ chart. And before we take a look at that pound yen chart, wow, looks like it's breaking above this resistance here now, 1842. But there's so much volume over here. This candle is so volatile. It's very difficult to say whether it's going to continue moving or not. Really, really difficult. See, whenever price moves like this, like a lot of times, we get a little FOMO, we get a little, man, now, like we should have been in this trade, we're missing the trade. But at the same time, you have to wait for solid confirmations. There was no confirmation that gold is going to go up. Nothing based on price action that I can see. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is sent by someone in the gulag over here. This is a buy on pound yen. Oh, nice. Break above the high. You took a buy for price to continue bullish. So you caught that move up. Pound yen is also coming down after that rejection. This is a really, really hard day. Whoever's trading gold, making profits, that's the only thing that's moving at this point. Other than that, I mean, I mostly trade pound yen, and I don't see anything that's happening on pound yen over here. We're basically pretty hard range at this time. Hey guys, please help with trading session times. I think you can Google trading sessions. It's going to tell you the New York session, Asian session, London session. We also got news coming in about 23 minutes. If you're also wondering about trading sessions, what you can do is you can go to this website over here, dominionmarkets.com, go to education, and then best times to trade. So you're going to get them right over here. Best times to trade. You got the Asian session, you got the London session, New York session, and then you can go to pairs to trade, and it kind of like shows you what pairs have the most volume in during these sessions and why. So this is also very important. Are we doing some overtime today? Well, we'll see. We'll see where price leads us till then. Around what time can we notice NY volume showing price action during the live streams? 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, I mean, it depends, you know, like if you look at right over here, we ranged during pre-New York and we're ranging, I mean, the New York Open just started here and I mean, we're still ranging over here. So we can expect price to break out, you know, probably during this time, or if it doesn't break out during this time, then probably during NYSE Open, you know, like New York Stock Exchange. That's when there's going to be more volume over there. So there's a bit waiting over here. Let's take a look at this chart. Stop loss hit on GA. I think you could have managed risk once 15-minute candle closed with a rejection at this point right over here. And when this 15-minute candle broke the low, then you could have managed more risk at that point. So that if you did hit stop loss, like, you know, your risk was managed. Man, price is ranging so much, someone's yawning over there in the background. How long would you stay on the chart on New York session? Probably for about another hour, 50 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Yeah, right. I'm gonna remove someone here. Well, there goes gold. Gold is breaking above these highs now. Looks like it should continue moving bullish to like 1844, 45. Lots of volume in gold. Really, really difficult to trade gold. Okay. Two, 3, 2. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, still got clean candles over here. We got looking at bad numbers too. So I mean, if it does continue moving bullish, we could probably expect to say that okay, maybe that bad news for the US is being priced in for price to continue moving bullish. Yeah, look at that. Now we're coming into this clean vicinity over here. Clean candles. Clean candles mean clean traffic. Clean traffic mean clean moves. But at the same time, I don't trade gold. But man, wow, look at that. Still continuing up over here. 45, 1846. Pound yen is also now coming down over here slowly. We just needed to break below this area. 144.920. If we can come below 144.920, I think it's going to be a very nice move for price to continue bearish. Or maybe it's going to move after we close the stream. Who knows? You know, normally like that it happens. Alright, so slowly we're coming down over here now. Which is pretty good. Coming down towards, 144.920. We're at 935. $935 is broken below the wicks over there as well.
Yeah, close with no wick.
Yeah, no sell over here. Closed with no wick at all. But once it starts to break the low, what I'm looking at, can we really start moving down if it breaks the low? Because the 30-minute candle is still open at this point.
There's a slight tapping noise from someone. Someone can stop doing that.
The 1 hour candle is also breaking below the lows. If we have this wick to fill at the bottom over here. Do I want to take like a smaller risk? Smaller risk for this? To potentially continue down to like, fill this range over here. Kind of like correct this move up. Yeah, I'm going to enter with a smaller risk at this point over here. Short position on pound yen. Having stops above the previous 15-minute candle around 8 pips, 9 pips. And really expecting this volume to continue driving price down towards, at least 144, 810, 800. Yeah, I think that's something I'm going to execute on right now.
I think you're gonna have to mute everyone because someone keeps on tapping his mic or something.
That's you, Sasha.
No, mine I turning on and off. That's why.
Wait, what about right now?
It's off right now. No, it's off.
Wait, you guys can still hear the tapping now?
Yes.
Really?
No,
I don't hear anything.
Oh, maybe it was you.
I don't know. Maybe it was me. I don't know.
You kicked out the other guy, man. He's saying, "Why'd you kick me out?" I said, "You."
Yeah, he was in Slack asking why he was kicked out.
Oh, because
he sounded like Darth Vader.
No, he had his webcam on, and there was some privacy concerns there, so that's why I had to.
Oh, I see.
Yes, that's why I had to remove him. because he wasn't there and the webcam was on and it was getting a very delicate situation.
Oh yeah, it's Roger. What are you doing with your hands?
Oh, nothing. Look, nothing. I'm not doing
Hands
anything with
up.
my hands. Yeah, hands up. Nothing. Nothing. But you know what I'm expecting here is, like, in terms of risk management. So I'm really expecting this candle to continue bearish, even though the previous one closed with no wick over here, but it closed below this area right here. But if this 15-minute candle closes back in the range, then I'm going to be closing my entire position, and then I'm going to be calling it a day at that point. You know, I'm not going to hold it. I'm not going to hold it and let's see where it goes. I'm just going to close the whole thing. So that's what I'm looking at this point over here. Because it's been ranging from pre-New York all the way into NY Open at this point. And if it doesn't move at this point, then I think the move is going to come later on by NYSE Open. So that's why when it comes to risk management, I'm going to be very cautious about this. The 30-minute candle is also about to close in by 10 minutes. So that would make sense, right? If the 30-minute candle closes below 144.940, then a really high probability for the next 30-minute candle to essentially continue bearish as well. So again,
Roger, what does the
yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what does a 4 hour look like on this?
Like this.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm using I'm using 0.5% risk over here in this trade. Raj's mic is banging against the desk. Oh no, my mic is right over here. Wait, can you guys hear the tapping now?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I do hear tapping right now.
When I move my head, that's when the tapping happens. I don't know. Ooh, it's coming back in the range. You know what? I'm going to close this right over here. Close half of it. And then I'm going to leave the rest half running. And if it continues down, awesome. If it doesn't, it is what it is. You know, not really going to force a trade here. Not really going to hold it for much longer. You know, it's my first trade after, what, 5 days? So I'm probably going to let it slide. Wow, look at that gold rejection right before the news. We got 9 minutes left over here now.
The tapping's coming from the cable touching the mic bar.
Oh, I see that now. Okay. How do I fix this?
Man, you got some eyes, girl. Good. That was a good catch.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
All right, there we go. Much better now.
Is that the logic tech? That's a defect.
No. What pairs do you think are best to trade in London session? Pairs that are open in London, like, you know, pound is open, pound yen, euro yen is open, euro USD. All right, we're rejecting that area here in the second half of this 15-minute candle. Let's take a look at the small time frame. Oh, nice. Look at that 5-minute. If we break below right over here, 918, 917, technically we should be continuing bearish at this point.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's look at pound USD. Pound USD also slowly trying to break down over here. But the thing about pound USD is we got CPI news coming in about 8 minutes. So that's something that puts a wrench in this analysis on pound USD. Because it's ranging at the same time too. $144,740. You know what? I'd be aiming for like 144,800. I think that's gonna be a pretty good target. But the only issue at the same time is these rejections right over here. So even though this trade is open around 144,920, we really want candles to kind of like bypass this rejection area right over here. Because if we don't bypass this rejection area, then maybe like price may reject this area and go back up. So we really need for price to like kind of like come down, bypass this area, and then continue on moving bearish. Because this is the area where we rejected before, and if price comes down, there's a probability we may reject this again. So it makes it a very delicate situation at this point. But you're putting your trust in this analysis over here. Yeah, we got a nice range here to clean candles to the left hand side as well. But like if we do end up correcting this whole move up, this would be correct to say that, okay, like there was no fundamental bias to justify this move up, because this was just speculation on what the yen might do, like, which is to cut the rates more negative. So based on that speculation, there was no fundamental reason for price to continue its bullish momentum. So that's why I think the correction is justified after we especially break below, 144,890, which we're coming down here slowly now.
So do you think it's going to do a mirror trade pretty much? Just mirror what the bullish, essentially?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I figured too. I mean, you can kind of just see it, just the way that the candles are looking. But yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah.
Are you moving your stops to the current 15-minute candle? Yes. Gonna move it right above the 15-minute candle right over here. Above the 15-minute candle, trail the stops. Because now we're breaking below these wicks over here, which is pretty good now. GA is also breaking down. GU is waiting for this news, man. Look at this. It's just at the support. All right, look at that. What a long wait for this thing to kind of like come into some sort of situation where we could execute. If the market repeats itself over and over again, I think that's an unfinished sentence. We got 3 minutes left for the news. We're breaking below the lows, looking on 30-minute time frame. It's looking good. 1 hour also looking good. 4 hour doesn't really matter because it's still open at this point. I think if 4 hour is still open, if it's coming down, it should continue down towards 855, somewhere over there. But essentially on a small time frame, we're expecting it to continue going lower over here. So we'll see how low it can go. When support was created on the 5-minute, then broke it, I added my 50% back. Is that valid? Yes, that's valid. So if you added your 50% right over here, that's still valid. So now we got 2 minutes left for the CPI news event to come in, and we're going to see how it kind of like moves all these pairs. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 2.5 minutes left. Hey Raja, hope you enjoyed your trip. When does Dominion Markets go live? We're actually waiting for MetaCodes to upload the MetaTrader 5 terminals so that they can all go live. So probably like in a day or two. Would you move your stop loss to break even before news? No, probably not. I'm probably going to move my stops to break even once it comes down to like, like 10, 11 pips over here. Then I'm going to move my stops to break even. But not too early. This is way too early. Because if I move my stops to break even, and if the spreads increase with the news, then I might get stopped out. So that's why I'm going to keep my stops where they are. I'm accepting my risk. And yeah, that's it. We got a minute and a half left over here now. Did you re-enter partials? No, I did not. All right, Mr. Jeffrey sent a chart here in the gulag, and this chart is, why were there no buys? Because there was a rejection right over here, which was like 5 pips away, so there wasn't enough range. That's why there were no buys. All right, we got 45 seconds left. Hello, bonjour, bro. Vix not live. Wagwan, everybody. It's been a long time. I'm back on the lives. Nice. Welcome back. Guy said hi in like 3 languages: Jamaican, French, and English. Oh wow, look at that. Gold is coming back in this range. Back below support. If it's coming back below support, does that mean it's rejecting this area to continue down with the news? Interesting situation over here. And now you can see the spreads are widening over here too. Gold is moving up here with the news. Pound yen is still open. We're still bearish. Let's see what were the numbers over here. We look at the numbers here really quick.
Once we take this 30 minutes out, we're going down.
Yeah, oh wow, look at that. We're coming down over here now. Nice. Almost about 8 pips, 9 pips. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, nice. Look at that. Congratulations, guys. We hit target over here. Almost got like 11 pips at this point. I closed everything, right? But if you got 10 pips, 11 pips, put your stops at break even, and like, give yourself a round of applause, because we waited for a very, very long time for this trade to play out on pound yen, and it actually did play out really, really well.
No runner?
No runner. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Gold as well moved up with bad news on CPI. Oh no, news was as expected, but core CPI was pretty bad. Wow. Ran really high on gold over here. 50 pips. Damn. GA also moved down. Ooh, GU went up. GU went up. See, this is the big difference between pound yen moving down versus pound USD, because pound USD was more influenced by the US dollar because we had USD news, right? Which is why pound USD moved up and pound yen moved down, because of like, your technicals right over here to the left hand side. So if you guys got this trade on pound yen and won this trade, give a like on the stream, because then a lot of people are going to find out about the stream, and they'll obviously they'll try to learn to trade the correct way, or maybe they can learn to be patient enough, because we were really, really patient about this trade over here today. Oh wow, gold has booked it. Gold has literally booked it. Failed this daily wick as well. My spread on Rwanda went as high as 14 pips. Oh, crazy. Nice. I would say it was a pretty successful day here today. A lot of waiting around. But for me, myself, I think it was pretty good. What account do you use? Do you use a raw spread account or normal account? Raw spread account. I use a raw spread account. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a sell chart. Sell at retest. Oh, nice. TP hit. Hope your hair grow well. Thank you, thank you. Just gotta water it now. Man, 1851. Where can it potentially continue on to? We got a zone as high as like 1865 here on gold. We got 1865. We got some rejections on the small time frames here as well. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, around 1856. Even at 1853 over 2, which is like just there, you know. Nice. Whoever got buys on gold, man, congratulations. GA dropped as well, like, you know, with this clean range here to the left hand side. We had these rejections, so there was no way GA was moving back up because of those rejections. First day using Magic Keys plus 4.3%. Oh, nice. Nice, beautiful. I think this was a great character building day where we had to wait about 2 hours for support to break at 144.940 and then continued on with impulse entries, even candle close with no wick at the bottom. But we justified this move down. And I guess with the news also this really helped as well. So nice, man. So we had around what, 4,400 people? 4,400 people here watching today. But if you try to like justify how this news affected pound yen, maybe the only way we can take a look at that is that if the news came bad for the US dollar, right? Okay, just follow me here for a little bit. If the news came bad for the US dollar and that made gold move up, which means that made yen essentially get weaker. So, hold on. No, yen gets stronger.
The opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Yeah, yen got stronger, so that potentially meant for pound yen to continue moving down. Yeah, it makes sense. Thanks, Sacha. Saved me over there.
Got your back, bro.
Gulag would have said, man, this guy don't know shit. What are you talking about? Hey guys, do I call it a day or what? Well, I guess you can call it a day if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Wow, look at that. Gold is approaching this wick over here now, 1853. If we cross this area, it's on its way towards 1856. Crazy move here in gold. Damn. Well, this was a pretty fun day here today. Waited for a long time for these moves. $18.56 is on its way. Right now, whoever's trying to buy gold, you're way too late. You're way too late to buy gold at this point. Raja is a beast. No, not really. I'm just very patient. It's gotta be extremely patient. The thing is, like, you know, sometimes, like, you know, you're gonna get sucked into price action where you might think price is gonna do something you want it to do, but you really have to wait for price to kind of like print the things you want it to print, you know. Because if you can see something printing the way you want it to print, that's when you got to execute. Because most times what happens is that guys may enter too early or too late. you know, in fear of like, you know, they might miss the move. But then after you get stopped out, then you're going to see something that prints exactly how you wanted it to print, and then like, you know, you'll be much more scared to take that trade at that time because of that loss you took earlier. You know, so for me, that's why it's really, really important for price to like kind of like print exactly the way I want it to print for me to execute on it. And it looks like we're going to head off towards 1856 here on gold, like around 25 more pips. Hey, I took your course a couple months ago. I started to flow with the markets. Oh, flow with the markets. That's a pretty good idea. Lately, losses have been... I'm sure if I can make the right decision, any advice, maybe rewatch your course. And no, I think if you're taking losses, you need to take a look at why you're taking losses. I mean, say it every day. Every day I mention it. Whenever you're taking losses, take a look why you're taking those losses. Was there something you missed? Something you ignored? You know, like, I mean, if you're not learning from your losses, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere at all. You're just going to stay wherever you are. You know, don't take it personally, or like, you know, I don't mean it in a condescending manner, but it's really, really important. Whenever you take losses, just look at that and ask yourself, okay, why did you take a loss? What did you learn from that loss? Because if you don't learn something from that loss and that thing happens again, then, you know, then you're going to be taking that same loss. $8.40. Hey, you know what, guys? I'm gonna head off over here. I'm getting really, really hungry here. I'm getting jet lagged as well. So, you know, we waited for about 2 hours to take this trade, won the trade, closed the trade. Like, you know, took one trade. There's nothing to do at this point anymore, rather than to anticipate gold to go to 1856, and I think that's about it. But take care, everyone. Thank you for joining in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Have a good day.
Take care, Raja. Thanks.
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you, sir. Take care, everybody.
Have a great
We'll
day.
see you tomorrow.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, adios.
Ciao, ciao.
Wagwan, wagwan.
Thank you, Raja.
Wagwan.